how do you build a Gladiator different than any other Gladiator at SEMA when there's gonna be tons and tons of Gladiators there? I struggled with it. I'll be honest, we thought long and hard, tons of sleepless nights. How are we gonna build something way different than anybody? And the final answer was, we didn't worry about anybody. I built this for my parents. So we sat down and figured out they go hunting, they go camping, they go all over the country, and we wanted to build something to facilitate that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna get some looks. So not too many of them are gonna show up with our Dixxon Flannel on the side of it, Dixxon Flannel on the inside of it. But what we did is we sat down and took all the parts that we use at the shop all the time anyway, that we use on the daily, with great industry partners that we love, and we put together what we feel is one of the perfect packages. We actually drove this Jeep. We're in Moab, Utah right now. We started out in Michigan in the rain. We drove this thing all the way out here, towing a trailer on our 37-inch tires. We have 513 gears from Yukon gear, which always helps. We have a prototype Teraflex 3.5-inch lift kit under it. Under the front steering, a full SteerSmarts Yeti steering system. And that definitely, the Jeep drives very well. We ran it through mountain passes, and it was a great test driving it across the country with a trailer, showing that these little medium-sized, we'll call them trucks. They're not even, is it a Jeep? Is it an Overlander? I don't know what it is. It's a Gladiator. That's what it is. So we drove this thing, and it did very well. I was really impressed with it, pulling a nice little trailer. I'm pretty confident my parents are gonna like it. Let's look at some inside stuff. So let's talk about my mom. She falls out of my Jeeps all the time. Boom, we got some Rock Slide Engineering sliders in there. Nice automatic slider so she can step up in there. If we look inside, we got Midland USA radio. Wrapped some cat skin leather seats as we move over here with some Dixxon Flannel inserts, which just turned out, I mean, it's my opinion, but it pops pretty good. Audio system, full JBL audio system inside the Jeep. Up on the dash, we have a bulletproof phone mount, so we can mount our phone. We've been doing live stream as we've been driving across the country, showing people everything. We got a trigger control to run all kinds of electronics on the Jeep. As you can see, there's tons of lights and all kinds of extra accessories, so we can use them when we're camping. Let's move to the back. Come on out here. Got our traction boards from Action Tracks. Right up on top, we got the Free Spirit Adventure Series tent. This is a cool thing. This tent hasn't been released yet. It has gas struts on it. I'll do a video later showing a little bit about the gas struts, but I just like the noise. You pull a strap and it just psh, automatically opens up. I mean, dude, how cool is that? That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So in the bed, we're sitting at an angle, so I won't open it, but we got our nice fridge wrapped all out and sticker bombed right there. We have a holding the fridge is a 1,000-pound cargo glide in there, so we can slide all of our stuff all the way out. Up inside here, we got our axe, we got our high lift, we got a full KC Cyclone light kit in the bed of this thing, so we can turn it all on. It gets really bright at night. We're running an 11-gallon propane tank. What allowed us to mount that propane tank was a power tank mount, and this turns out really slick because a 20-pound propane tank is very big. 11-pound gives you tons for your heat. We have 15-foot hose, so we can use it all around the camp at night. We can run our grills or anything like that. Turns out pretty slick. Come around. Inside here, we got JCR bed molly, so we can mount stuff on the side of the beds, packed full of Tecton tools. And we actually have really nice mounts right there for our Tecton tools. We worked with Tecton, and I went through and looked at a Jeep. And I don't want 10,000 tools. You don't want to carry all them crazy tools on the trail. It was cool. We sat down with Tecton, and we picked out, I have my 13 millimeter. I have a 36 millimeter for an axle nut. We got what we needed and left all the rest of the stuff that's gonna be slashing around your toolbox. That can all stay at home. Come around here, we got our big 37-inch KM3s wrapped around them. Dirty Life, awesome race wheels. They're full B-lock. That turns out really slick. We've been playing around with the suspension on this whole trip out here. We're running Falcon 3.3 shocks, fully adjustable, a ridiculous amount of adjustability. The arms, we have one of the first sets of the Teraflex Alpine adjustable IR arms in the back, the independent rotation arms. Rides very, very well. And this thing, it allows us to center that rear axle and that rear fender well. Speaking about rear fender wells, well, we got all our body armor. Our homeboys at JCR Offroad in Michigan. I mean, we're from Michigan. I'm not saying Michigan's better than everywhere, but I mean, it might be. So we got our JCR fenders, color matched by my buddies at Complete Color. They knocked it out of the park. smoothed all this out, and this is a cool thing that I think a lot of people should do on their Gladiator, is smooth all that out in a color mesh. It just changed the look of the Gladiator just enough that, man, I like it a lot. We come around, I mean, how dark is it where we drive? I don't know how dark it is, but it's gonna be brighter than crap because we got the KC Pro 6, the full bar. We're on KC's light bar mount, which turns out really sweet because then we can mount Pro 6s right here on the A-pillar. We got our full light bar mount. We switched out the normal yellows to the reds, just a little custom touch. If we slide around to the front, got a JCR, one of their new Dagger bumpers, super winch, factor 55 because it cleans everything up, turns out really nice. Let's slide underneath here. Yukon cover, covering up our 513 Yukon gears inside there, full SteerSmarts system, their new sway bar end links. We got the Falcon 2.2 adjustable steering stabilizer, which has been working really, really nice on the highway out here. If we come around to this side, we'll see we got the 3.5-inch springs in the front. We're running the Falcon the Teraflex speed bumps inside there, so when we get a little gnarly and get some speed, it's going to be a lot smoother ride here. But as we stand back and look at this whole thing and it comes together, our whole goal was to do a lot of little stuff because I didn't know, I can't afford 40s and bead lot or 1-ton axles and all this crazy stuff, which I think that's really cool. And there's going to be so many cool Jeeps. I'm super excited to see them at SEMA. But we wanted to build something that maybe you could build. I'm not going to say it's cheap, but you could do this. And I mean, we carry this full line of parts. It's all the stuff we use. It's just that you got to figure out that whole package and really sit down and figure out what you're going to use that Jeep for. And maybe this is it. Maybe it's not. That's great. But I hope you like it. And if you don't, that's cool too, because my parents love it. And that's who it was really for. And thank you for all your support, Mom and Dad.